Hi everybody, it's me, Teresa Perrin. Welcome back. Those of you new to the channel, welcome. Please hit that like button for me as it helps out with the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider it. I do put out a free morning watch list every single morning. I will be putting tomorrow's out tonight. So guys, it will have updated information as of after hours, but it will not contain what I normally see in the pre-market. But I do have a inpatient surgical procedure being done tomorrow. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, an outpatient, not inpatient. Forgive me. I don't want to stay there. And I'm not, but I have to be there very early, so I won't be able to include pre-market, but I want to give you guys a watch list, so it will be coming out shortly. I'm just waiting for the market to close so I don't miss anything. So for now, we're going to start with SMMT because I think that you all should have this on your radar. I know that I've been calling it out for a while now, but there's still a lot of people that I don't think know about it. And an article was put out today about 3 penny stocks with high short interest that should be watched. And guys, penny stocks technically are anything that's trading under $5, which at this time SMMT still is, at least for the time being, because I think tomorrow we are going to pass above that, which creates a lot of new opportunities for us as well. So please remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD, but I am going to start that for you with this. Okay, guys, we are looking at the daily chart from November 1st up till now. And what I'm looking at and why I'm showing you this is because we, a few days ago, well, actually about a week ago now, we hit $5.40. As you can see, we pulled back, which is completely normal. And now we are starting to make that move higher and breaking out again. Now, for you, those of you familiar with this channel, you know that I've been calling out this stock since it's been in like the $2 and something cent range, because I've had my eye on it since then. And I'm not sure whether I called it out on here through my morning watch list, but I know I've definitely been talking about it on Twitter. And I do believe I've made a video previously. But at any rate, this had a really nice consolidation and things that you want to see in a stock, guys. Stocks do not go straight up, which is another reason why I'm showing you the stock, because as you can see, it had several days of a move up. If you start looking where it broke out from, and you know, these green moves are the moves that it made up higher. Once it hit that low of 66 cents, it gapped up and it just kept going, followed by a nice pullback consolidation. And as you can see, it made almost a flag. If you look at that shape, it didn't quite get the completion though, another day or two, and it would have, but it decided it was ready to go. And that's the day that it broke up to that $5.40. Then again, pulled back down, consolidated, and now is making its first leg higher. I believe we're going to see a move up again tomorrow to the upside. I think there's a lot of attention on it. But guys, I want you to also look at something else. Look at the volume down the bottom where you see the green and the red bars, mostly green. But the volume has been very, very low despite these moves lower and higher. And that's important to note, because can you imagine what would happen to the stock if volume actually came into it? Just saying. Now, if we take a look and we see the 52-week low was 66 cents, the 52-week high, $5.40. The average volume is 8.31 million. Today, we saw 10.25 million, guys, and we did hit $4.97. I truly thought we were going to get above $5 today. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw me keep going, okay, guys, only, you know, we're at 4, we're at 450, we're, you know, now we're at almost at 5, only a few more cents. And then I'm like, oh, dang, we got to 497. But guys, that is great. That is a very nice move. And nobody can complain about being up 20.75% in a day. That's absolutely fantastic. And we held it through the after hours, which is even better. So currently there's only one analyst that has rated this. Oh, let me go back for 1 minute. I just wanted to tell you, there's only 18.43 million shares. So looking at the daily volume today, almost 50% of the shares were traded in one single day with very little volume, guys. That's insane. Can you imagine if we have a high volume day, how many times the float is going to get traded and what kind of a position that's going to put these shorts in? Because there is high short interest in this stock. still, believe it or not. All right, now there is one analyst who rates this a strong buy with a $5 price target. Guys, once this moves above $5, as long as it can hold and continue making that move, you better believe that more analysts are going to put their eyes on this and say, what is going on and what are we missing? So that would be very good, especially if they, like the prior analyst that has rated us, gives us a strong buy and an even higher price target. And there has been a lot of bullish things since we got that ring. So I think we're going to see this move even higher. Now, short, medium, and long term, we are putting off a strong bullish signal, and all three are trending to the upside, which I have not seen on a stock in quite a while, to be perfectly honest with you. Oftentimes you'll see it short term, and sometimes medium term, or sometimes long term, and then the medium will be down, or vice versa. But to see all three, that's very, very bullish for us. So I think that we're looking at us continuing to move higher here, and I like to see that. Now, here's where things get very interesting, guys, and should be of note. In the past 1 month, insiders have increased their share ownership by 7.63%, and they currently own 90.84% of all shares. That doesn't leave a whole lot for the institutions or for you and I. So what I ask myself is, if only 10% of shares are tradable, what are they saying for the total? Oh, okay. I just wanted to check that. Shares outstanding, the total is 201.32 million. So that makes more sense. But sometimes, guys, this number is not included. So I'm glad I went back and double checked that, because I was thinking, wait, there's only 1.8 million shares that are being traded. But no, the actual total shares, guys, is 201 million. But only that 10% is tradable, that 18.43 million. So, because they own 90.84%. So generally you'll see that, the insider shares are not counted, because, guys, most of them aren't in there to buy and sell and trade it. That's why you don't see them counted in that. Now, institutions only own 1.74% of this stock right now. At least that's what's reported. And others, meaning you and I and other retail investors, own 7.42%. So as you can see, there's a lot of room for institutional buying, or I should say not a lot of room. But guys, you know how they like to create fake shares. So I'd be wondering what is going on here, with most of them being locked up and the amount that we're trading in a day. To be perfectly honest, I'm intrigued by it. The short interest we're showing at 17.91% and 0.91 days to cover. And the reason for that, guys, is because the volume, despite it being fairly low, given the fact that most of these shares are locked up, it's probably relatively normal. Now, they're saying there are 15,000 shares available still to short, and that the cost to borrow has gone down. Look at this. The price has gone up, but they're charging less to borrow. Why is that? Well, personally, when I see this, I think it's like encouraging people to take on short positions, because the broker is likely needing some shorts to bring down this price. And now that's pure speculation, but it doesn't make sense, because normally as the price rises and less shares become available, what do? They jack up the cost to borrow. As you can see, when it was at lower amounts, it was up to 171% cost to borrow. Now today we were between 78.68 and 99.53%, which is less than yesterday, yet we've gone up significantly. So what gives? Just wondering if anyone has any thoughts. Please feel free to comment them below. Okay, guys, the short volume ratio has been between 45.53 and 62.92% in this stock. So also keep that in the back of your mind, because remember, Fintel is only a tool. You have to kind of use it to put your own data together. And if they're telling us that this short interest is only 17.91%, at least that's what's reported, yet you're seeing that for the past 2 weeks, all of the volume in the dark pool, so the short volume ratio, half of that, essentially every single day or more, has been shorted. So Does that equal 19%, or does that seem like it could be a whole lot higher? Well, I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm thinking it's probably a whole lot higher. But again, guys, they're not required to disclose their short positions, so that's something we will never truly know. Now, if you look at the failure to delivers, they do not come into play at this time, guys, because this chart went up to 11:30 and we're not seeing anything for the 29th or the 30th, and all of these numbers are relatively low anyways, and there's several days where they haven't come into play at all. But this is something that as this becomes more popular and more people begin to trade it, I would keep a close eye on it, because look at what happened in August. So we know that it can happen. Definitely worth keeping a watch on and seeing what this brings us. But guys, I think with the article that came out today, discussing it as one of 3 stocks to pay attention to, that you're going to see eyes suddenly coming into SMMT that weren't there before. Plus, with this move higher, if we continue to make these moves, it draws attention, right? So anyways, guys, that's all I got